Hello coolers, welcome back to Viva Barca and welcome to the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on the latest stories. We start with captain Sergio Busquets, as it has been reported that the Barcelona veteran does not want the club to make any changes in his current contract. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then secondly, talking about Antoine Griezmann, it has been reported that Atletico Madrid are desperately trying to sell him when his loan spell comes to an end. We are also going to be looking at that. So guys, as we get right into it, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please make sure to subscribe, turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Give the video a like and please make sure to watch it right up to the very end. Faced with the repercussions of the inflated wage budget, FC Barcelona are actively trying to lower the cost of the workforce by renewing terms of their highest paid players. Sergio Busquets and Gerard Piqué are the two names in focus, with the latter being the highest paid player in the Barca camp right now. However, while Piqué has largely agreed to take up another pay cut, the situation is increasingly difficult in regards to Busquets. According to a report from Catalonia Radio, Barcelona have been dealt a fresh blow in their pursuit of renewal for Busquets. It appears the player's environment has refused to take up a salary reduction. The two parties are recently in negotiations over new terms, but they have failed to reach an agreement that suits all parties involved. Busquets' current deal at Camp Nou expires at the end of next season. As per all indications, the midfielder has no intention to extend the contract, beyond which is making things more complicated as far as Barcelona are concerned. Rumors are rife about Busquets' potential exit from Barca in the summer of 2023. The veteran has already been linked with a move to MLS, with Inter Miami emerging as one of many potential destinations. Barcelona, for their part, have not made any effort to find a long-term replacement for the Spaniard. However, they are keeping tabs on some of the players in the market, including Real Sociedad starlet Martin Zubimendi. The likes of Ruben Neves are linked with a move to Camp Nou as well, although the Portuguese international is set to cost a fortune, having enjoyed immense success at Wolves. As for Busquets, he is more than prepared to play for Barcelona for the new season. However, what the future holds for the urgent Spaniard remains to be seen. Despite all the talks of another pay cut potentially for Sergio Busquets, it seems as though the player is reluctant to do it again and fancy leaving Barcelona after the season comes to an end. You know, Busquets have been at Barca for a very long time and have helped the club in the best possible way he can, and Barca are still trying to go for further pay cuts for this guy alongside Gerard Piqué. You know, it seems as though Busquets' agents are reluctant to negotiate again with Barca. Of course, this contradicts reports earlier claiming that Busquets have been open for another pay cut. It seems as though the player doesn't want to, to renew, or let me say, to take different terms in his contract, because Barca are trying to go for further pay cuts for these veterans. You know, they want to adjust certain things in their contracts. You know, maybe defer their salaries, something like that. You know, Busquets, according to this report, is reluctant to do such. He does not want anything to affect his contract. He just wants his contract to expire and he leaves to the MLS, you know, with Inter Miami being the most talked about club that he will likely play for when he goes to the United States. And we're talking about 2023. Busquets have already made it clear that he will be leaving Barca at the end of the season, that is the summer of 2023. And knowing fully well that if Barca want to go for another pay cut for him, you know, they might do many changes in his contract, and he does not want that. He just wants to leave. You know, I think Busquets have done enough, even if he does not accept this pay cut. But when we look at what these veterans have been doing, they have taken over 3 different pay cuts at their time in Barca. That's already a good sacrifice. 3 times taking pay cuts for a club that you love. I think Barca should understand that. Even if Busquets is reluctant to go for further pay cuts, I think they should understand that Barca spent a lot this summer buying quality players, And honestly speaking, it feels a type of way. You still go again for your veterans, asking them for another pay cut after spending so much money on new players. So it's just it's a funny thing, but what can one do? Barca just need to look for other means to raise their capital or to raise some income for them to facilitate other transactions or bring in new players and maybe register some of those new players as well. So there's a lot of things that still need to be done. The right back needs to come, a left back needs to come, registering Jules Koundé, registering the new players that will come, by the way. So money is still needed. So Barca are still exploring how to get that. Then moving on to the next story of discussion. Months after triggering the second year of Antoine Griezmann's loan deal, Masterchip has reported that Atletico Madrid are now desperately trying to offload their French superstar. Now there are several facets involved in the aforementioned claim. According to what Masterchip has claimed, the main reason Atletico want to part ways is that the club feels the Frenchman cannot return to his usual standards. The other factor involved is the mandatory €40 million transfer fee that the team will have to transfer to Barca as part of the deal that they agreed in the summer of 2021. As per the clauses mentioned in the transfer agreement, Atletico are bound to pay €40 million if Griezmann features in 50% of the matches, with a minimum of 45 minutes between the games across 2 seasons. They do not, however, want to pay that amount and will likely try to renegotiate the terms of his contract. Last season alone, he featured in 82.5% of matches, which potentially means if Atletico are to avoid paying the fee, they must leave the attacker on the bench for virtually the entirety of this season. However, with Luis Suarez no longer at the club, it is next to impossible for Diego Simeone to count on just Alvaro Morata for goals. And this is where a certain Cristiano Ronaldo chief said, contrary to the usual belief that the fans protest, the Ronaldo option is still pretty much open for the club from the capital city. As quoted by journalist Edu Aguirre, it wasn't Ronaldo's representative Josh Mendes who approached Atletico with a transfer option, but it was the other way around. It was Simeone who called Cristiano and not the other way around. Let no one say anything else because it is not true, said Aguirre. For what it's worth, there is still plenty of time left for Atletico Madrid to work on the problem at hand, and everything is possible until then, to say the very least. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.